Hi guys, welcome to the future system. This is the ISO that we're gonna give in the middle of January. And I had another what if. I just created a new ISO. I have combined this gnome with the J, and then I had the idea, let's put gnome and i3 together. And then I saw GI3 and I thought about GI Joe, right? GI Joe 3. And this is my new name. Oh wow! No, you will not see the download. The ISO will not be downloadable. You need to do this yourself. What did I do? I just used the power we provide you, and with, for example, go to ArcoLinuxB GI.com. This is where the project building your own ISO is on the internet, right? Build your own ISO. All these ISOs can be built. All right, so I was saying that the ArcoLinuxB is build your own ISO. We are giving you all the knowledge to create your own ISO with one browser, 2 browsers, 20 browsers, 20 editors. It's all up to you. You decide what goes on there. And what I've done, and let's redo it just so you can see it. We said I love GNOME. Okay, then you love GNOME. And you go to the desktop, Ctrl-Shift-V. This is how you create GNOME. And then you say, oh, I like to have i3 as well on there because i3, I love it. Now, you know there's the ArcoLinux tool, right? With a button, boom, and it's installed. So, no problem at all. But, what if I really want to have an ISO? Where you really handpick things out, right? Ctrl-Shift-V. So what I have is now the way to create an i3, ArcoLinux i3, and the way to create a GNOME i3. And all you need to do is this is the end result already, is compare. And you decide, GNOME is gonna be my primary system. You don't wanna see what's the same, you wanna see what's different. And it's all about packages. i3 needs nitrogen. So if you want to have i3 on GNOME, you're gonna say nitrogen to there. No hashtag. So nitrogen will be installed. Dex will be installed. And it's up to you to decide what elements you'd like. There are some things you should know. And that's all good. Okay, quit. Thank you, Steven. More and more and more, but some of these things you can't. Here you have to decide if it's the desktop, which desktop settings do you want to have. Well, basically, it's not this one. You need both of them. Yeah, it's knowledge, right? And where is this knowledge? Oh, you got the knowledge. You received the knowledge. Where is the knowledge? You already know it, and 11,000 people, I just visited the link, 11,000 people know the link. Download documents, download. 11,724 people know that you can only install one of these. You can't install the config for Awesome and the config for BSPWM because they deliver more or less the same packages. So it's choose. Choose this, choose that, not and. Many, one or none. One or none, right? So anything yellow here, so config and deconf, you can't do it. It will collide and the build won't succeed. So that's basically what I've done. I've gone over everything. So desktop, yes, we need GNOME for sure. So sorry, hashtag is out. So i3 and GNOME are in. So the left one is the one that I'm going to use. This one you need to choose. Either this one, the GNOME one, or the i3 one. Deconf you need to choose. That's the yellow column there. Deconf, either GNOME or the i3, not both of them, just one of them. Or no, none of them, right? But so give some an example. GNOME, Cinnamon, Budgie are all desktops who like to use the deconf. And dconf is a kind of database. For instance, what's the wallpaper, what's the size of the font, what's the keyboard shortcuts, it's all in there. So you will be missing them if you do not install dconf. There is only one Arco Calamares, but shouldn't be two configurations for Calamares. So we're not going to get i3 and GNOME, just one, of course. So if you launch Calamares, he's gonna think, well, he's gonna use the GNOME configuration. And so on and so on. PyCam, volume icon, i3 status needs to go in there. Go on, just click, anybody can click. Some of the things were, okay, you have to know your puzzles, your pieces of the Lego blocks, but basically that's it. Polybar and auto render extra. At the bottom. Save. So that's it. We went over everything. There can be only one Calamares, there can be only one dconf, there can be only one config. And we need GNOME, that's true, and we need i3, that's also true. Cool, everything okay. Now if I save this and I compare this one with my result, so I prepared my work already a little bit, just wanted to see what it'd be. There are no differences in the packages. There is no difference, but I did exactly the same thing as prior. Now, to not waste too much time, so this guy, I ran it, installation scripts 30 or 40. Result is already out. I've created myself an ArcoLinuxB GI Joe 3. Now I would like to see it. Super F7. Normally you see me get a template, but it's not there yet. I did not use anything like that. So I'm going to start like from scratch like everybody else. But why not use a template? Why not do that? Linux, and we have ArcoLinux 64, that's cool. 16, how about 50/50? And then create, next, I give around 20, 25, 30, if it's Plasma a little bit more. And then we have something to set, still not done. Now we go over some of the settings, the more important ones. If you want to have EFI here, that's this time, or it's bias, or it is EFI that's going to mimic. I have 8 CPUs, well, course. And there you go. Enable this one for INC, so we see your motherboard. Let's take this guy 50/50. Make sure, here we go. Do not stay on VM SVGA. This is not VMware, this is VBox. So VirtualBox this one or VirtualBox that one, and you're in the clear. And many people do not know that. They have a display like 800 on 600 or something, super small, and it's super silly. So the only thing you need is knowledge. So share that with others. VBox SVGA or VBox VGA, whatever. Both of them will work fine. And basically I'm done. Now I have something to clone. Next time I'm downloading some Linux version, then I have a template. I'll just do what I do now. So GI Joe 3. No, it's not downloadable. No, you cannot. You need to build it yourself. That's the point. Let's get rid of all that already. What did we forget? Why not get the ISO in there? Choose a disk file. Eric, ArcoLinuxB out, GI Joe 3, and boot up. Control F. Sure, switch. And do not escape capture. Okay, let's have a look what went wrong. Power off. This looks good. Size is big enough. Let's start again. Okay, computers, right? Did you try turning it off and on again? The best advice people give you, and you are thinking, these stupid IT supporters, No, it's the best advice anyone can give for Windows. Did you try turning that off and on again? Okay, so true. It's not XFCE, it does not know what it is, but let's go in there. Anyway, we're off, right? Authenticate. Ooh. Done. Haha. It passes. By the way, if we're lazy and we don't want to wait for the complete installation, you just log out. And go to i3. There you are. This is normal. We're in VirtualBox, right? It's not the real thing. There you are. Ctrl-Alt-W. We can install Calamares from here. It doesn't matter what it is on, as long as you can get your things done. Yipla. Isn't this great that you have this ability to do lots of things? And why not make it difficult? There was a user on Discord who had some problems. New partition table. I always clean everything out, so either this one or that one. Think about it. In VirtualBox, we've set it to MBR, not GPT. So I'll have to do that as well here. Create simple things, difficult things. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Fun that tends to get me into trouble. So let's not have fun. But let's do an encryption. Very difficult password. And let's make it bootable. And let's put just one thing, right? Everything in root. It's encrypted. One thing to rule them all. That's it. Next. Blah blah. You read it. And off it goes. And we'll have a system that provides both of them. By the way, this is maybe another answer to somebody on Discord I just saw. Somebody talking about Lux. Lux, what is Lux? Ctrl-Alt-F. What is Lux? ArcoLinux Lux. So all about encryption. Encrypting an entire system. Go to Lux, de-encrypt, set up Lux. Well, it's not ArchWiki, but it's an interesting website, and nevertheless. And there you go. This is the Arch way of installing everything. That's gonna be a little bit more difficult, or not. It's just a few extra steps. Root, all normal until now. I'm not surprised, and here it goes, right? Configuring Lux encryption on the disk. First load this kernel module and so on. Mod probe this, mod probe that. Never made any tutorials about it. Not such a big fan of encrypting because it's always a little bit slower, and my time is precious to me. So I do not put it on laptops. Here's some new things. I'll boot. Device mapper Lux. You'll see this device mapper Lux also here later on in, I believe, GNOME disks and gparted and things like that. Even in the terminal, I think. All the same, guys. It's all just our ArcoLinuxD.com. Phase 5. 2 wikis, two ways to install it. Older computers, BIOS, new computers, UEFI. That's important. grub needs to know that it's something encrypted. It's an extra line here. Doesn't look that difficult. It's just always time. And so you can make it. And then I say I don't want it. Then it's a waste of time. Shariar Shovom. Shariar Shovom. Alright, thanks guy. So Lux encrypting. So we're encrypting here as well. Okay, it's good. It's good. You can die. Just you die. There's actually, no, it's not a good time maybe, but I wanted to go to gparted. Not a good time to do that. But you'll do it after the installation. You'll see how it looks when it's Lux. It sounds luxurious, doesn't it? Luxury, Lux. Isn't the guy in Superman, the bald guy, the nemesis of Superman, isn't he called Lux as well? And enough ways to remember encryption. Almost done. Now we'll see him. So we've created GI Joe 3. If I don't know if I don't remember my passphrase, I don't go ahead. It's done. Right? I can do a reinstall. It's this amount of time that not too fast for me. Not fast enough, I mean. Lux, did you see the name? Def Mapper, did you see them, the text up there? It's there. Alright, what do I log into? I don't know. It might be GNOME. It is GNOME. Don't want to see this anymore. F12 is there. Super. I have my system. It's just working fine. Actually good looking as well. Why? Because the GNOME is good looking. The keyboard shortcuts, Ctrl D, Super Shift Return, Ctrl Alt F, Super F5 if installed. If installed, it will be all coming up. And Super X. Log out is not, I want to log out, not power off. Log out. This time I want to switch. So I have enough from GNOME. I want a tiny window manager. And then again, I go here, Super C is working, Ctrl T is working, Enter is working, Ctrl Alt F is working. And this is look. Of course, we're in a virtual machine, so this is not transparent because of content, right? But basically, guys, what a playground. What a world we live in. We can combine all kind of things. And then suddenly you realize, I miss BSPWM. He launched a tweak tool. And you say, come to Papa. Super X, log out. And you have BSPWM on your system. Bam. Have fun with ArcoLinux. Cheers.